What's up, man? This Bud, man. Stay real. TV, man. Terrence Crawford hollered at your boy Floyd Mayweather, called him out, say, you coming back in 2020? Let's make this shit happen. Well, y'all know how Floyd is. I ain't gotta fight nobody. I'll make the rules. All that dumb shit. He said, while Floyd Mayweather said this week that he's going to come out of retirement in 2020, we have no clear plans for the living legend, who turns 43 in February and hasn't had an official fight since 2017 when he beat Conor McGregor, and hasn't had a fight again against a professional boxer since 2015 when he beat Andre Berto. Mayweather 50-27 KOs, potentially coming back to real boxing would be a huge story. Actually, anything he does will be at least a big story, and obviously boxing top names are going to want to throw their head in the ring. You can count Terrence Bud Crawford in a in as interested in facing Floyd. Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Crawford. Now that fight will sell out crazy, as Terrence Crawford is the #1 pound for pound boxer. No one seems to be able to have the blueprint on how to beat neither one of these fighters. And this can be a potentially great fight. That's why I put Manny Pacquiao over top of Floyd Mayweather as the greatest boxer in this era. Not because he's a better boxer, not that he's done more for the sport. Floyd has done more for the sport, as far as negative and positive, than Manny Pacquiao. But Manny Pacquiao at least is willing to break bread with black fighters. Money Mayweather seems not to be willing to break bread with black fighters, as Manny Pacquiao was. Now, Money Mayweather won't do it, but Floyd Mayweather will break bread with anybody. But this new Money character refused to fight black fighters. And the reason why he fought Andre Berto, because that was an easy fight. He had no more Mexicans and no more Spanish people to fight. And Al Heyman is very close to Berto, and he probably begged Floyd to take that fight. It's an easy fight and let Berto get that money. And it's an easy fight. There's no risk. There's no risk, and that fight still sold over 500,000 pay-per-view buys. That fight sold over 500 pay-per-view buys. But this Terrence Crawford fight will sell close to 1 million, if not 1 million and more. But I believe Terrence Crawford, I know for a fact that Terrence Crawford will not get this fight. No black person will get this fight. Broner tried to beat Floyd Mayweather into a fight, called him out after he disposed of Ashley Theophane in I think 8 to 9 rounds. Ready to jump out the ring, and he was held back by somebody in Floyd camp, or somebody in his camp held him back for jumping out and confronting Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather sit there and just looked at like he wasn't interested, like he didn't even know what was going on. Then he smiled it off, played it off, because he knew deep down inside he wasn't going to take no fight with Adrian Broner. It's not a dangerous fight, but that fight could have got. Main reason, I say, there's a few reasons why he wouldn't take a fight. Main reason why, if he win, he gets nothing out of it. But one thing, Adrian Broner gets a whole lot of money, and that's another black man with a whole lot of money. And Floyd seemed threatened by other black men with a whole lot of money. That's why Terrence Crawford will never get this fight. I mean, there's 2 reasons why Terrence Crawford won't get this fight. Because he will lose to Terrence Crawford. Not that Terrence Crawford is the better boxer. I believe Floyd is the better boxer than Terrence Crawford. But Terrence Crawford hit hard. And Terrence Crawford will catch him, impress him. See, Terrence Crawford know a lot of Floyd tricks. And Floyd he's not the same old Floyd. Floyd is an old ass man now. And I believe Terrence Crawford is smart enough to start taking shots early. Mean by taking shots early is making Floyd fight early. I believe Floyd would be in a fight by the second or third round, and he would have to continue that fight all the way up until 12 rounds, which I believe he probably will wear down and take a lot of punishment and wind up having to stop the fight. And I believe the same thing will happen with Earl Spence and maybe Sean Porter. I don't know about Sean Porter and Thurman. He would beat probably Sean Porter and Thurman, but he would beat Danny Garcia. It maybe beat Porter. I don't know, but I doubt it. If that same Porter come that for Earl Spence, I don't see him dealing with that for 12 rounds. I don't see Floyd being in that type of shape to deal with Porter. I pick Porter to beat Floyd at this point. Floyd returned 43. Now the 39-year-old Floyd or 38-year-old Floyd beats all of them 5 years ago. Floyd beats all of these guys. Pretty much just boxing them. But Terrence Crawford is in Earl Spence. If Earl Spence is the same Earl Spence before the accident, both of these guys are big and physical, and I see them pressing Floyd very early. Not the dumb pressure, Sean Porter type pressure. I'm talking about walking in, controlling Floyd lead hand. Controlling Floyd lead hand and walking into Floyd right hand and trying to catch it and just getting under him and just walking in and pressing Floyd, making Floyd react. Keep showing them what he's doing by blocking, controlling Floyd lead hand and putting pressure on Floyd, trying to walk him down at early and take the fight to Floyd. And I see Floyd. I don't see a 43-year-old Floyd maintaining that type of pressure. A younger Floyd would deal with that type of shit easy. But I see Terrence Crawford probably knocking Floyd the fuck out. And Earl Spence too. But he beats Danny Garcia. And he beats Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner, Keith Thurman. All these off-brand niggas, he beats these guys. But I see Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford beating them. But Floyd would never break bread with another black man. He would never put $25-30 million in another black man's pocket. But he don't mind breaking bread with a Spaniard because he feel like they not a threat to the women that he goes after. I believe he feel like Terrence Crawford may like one of the women he likes, and by Terrence Crawford having millions of dollars in the bank, maybe one of his women will jump in the bed with Terrence Crawford. I believe Floyd Mayweather think like that. He on that weirdo shit like that. If Terrence Crawford got $50 million in the bank, shit, they might run over there and jump in the bed with him. Who knows? Floyd think like a little kid anyway. So he ain't gonna break bread with a black man, especially Broner. He ain't gonna put that type of money in Broner's pocket. Because Broner will fuck one of his bitches and talk about it. That's what Floyd all about, protecting his bitches, his harem. You see, Ray J stole one of his bitches. Nelly stole one of his bitches. And he will prevent any boxer from having a whole bunch of money on $20 million and up. That's why he trying to stop Earl Spence from fighting Manny Pacquiao. He trying to get that. He trying to take that Manny Pacquiao fight from Earl Spence. That's why he basically coming back. Floyd is a cock blocker and a money blocker. Hit that thumbs up. Support the channel.